How's it going, everybody? RazingHel here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a game called Starve.io. I know there's something of a stigma associated with IO games in that they are relatively shallow in terms of mechanic complexity, for example, but this game I think is a bit of an exception to that rule. I was originally introduced to it because there is a subreddit that focuses on survival games, and one of the games that they had listed was this one, Starve.io. It's rather similar to Don't Starve Together in a sense, but think of it more as if Don't Starve Together was an MMO, perhaps. As you can see here, there are quite a few different servers that are available, and all of them have a decent number of players on them, so you're competing against a fair number of other players in the game. According to this drop-down menu here, there are 1,553 players in this mode at this time, which is not insignificant when you think about it. There are plenty of games on Steam that have far fewer concurrent players. So there are a total of 4 different modes. I've only tried the normal mode. These other modes could be interesting, but I just haven't tried them yet. So we're going to be playing it on the Montreal server here with 39 other players. Let's get started. Okay, so we start in the middle of night, and already there's somebody else around here. We need to find fire, especially because nights can be pretty cold. So here I have a fire. Let's go ahead and build that, and as you can see here, our temperature gauge is right down here. I hope this other player does not kill me. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It's a little bit difficult to tell at times. During the nighttime, oh yeah, they have a sword. They have a sword for sure. We would it'd probably behoove us to be a bit careful around, that person. I mean, it is really up to the people you meet, whether or not they're going to kill you. Some of them kill you on sight, some of them let you live. What can I say? Okay, we have enough wood now to craft a wooden pickaxe. Let's go ahead and do that. The upper left corner will show you which tools you can currently craft. It's really the best way to figure that out. This resource might be empty now, I'm not sure. No, apparently, okay, we have our wooden pickaxe already crafted. We should be using this because wooden pickaxes allow you to harvest resources much faster. So much like Don't Starve, you know, the biggest constraint here is that during the night, you're going to have the problem of keeping warm. There's clothing that you can build, craft, I suppose, to help keep you warm. If you find these pools of water here, this is what you're going to need to keep your dehydration up. You can keep your heat up using the campfire here. You're going to have to keep your hunger bar up by gathering food. There are multiple types of food. We should actually build a wooden spear now. Right there over there in the lower left-hand corner, you can see a wolf. We can hunt that wolf. We'll get some meat and some fur pelts, which we actually need to build a backpack. But as you can see, we're only halfway through the night. So really what I need to go over and do is try to get myself enough wood for a campfire. I'm also going to need some additional stone because this campfire here is probably not going to last long enough for the rest of this night, and we don't want to be without fire. Now, if we stand on top of the fire, we'll actually take damage, so that's not something that we'll want to do. There's some stone right over here, so I'm going to try to go for this. As you can see, there's some dangerous spiders over there. Spiders are important for silk, obviously. Yeah, we're losing quite a bit of, the temperature is just going down. Oh no, I'm out of fire. That could be serious. Let's try to craft ourselves another fire. We're probably going to take a little bit of damage here. Now, obviously, I spawned into this game at a very bad time, right? Because, okay, good. We have fire. Place fire. Whew. I spawned into this world at a bad time because it was the middle of the night. Now, sometimes when you start, you can spawn in during the daytime, and that's a lot better for you as a player because it gives you a lot more opportunity to actually gather up resources and stuff before you have to deal with the temperature factor of night. And now we're starving. Okay. Just eat a whole bunch of berries there. Hopefully we'll have a decent weapon and everything by the time tomorrow comes along. And that's what we're going for. The first thing you probably want to build after some decent weapons, maybe a little bit of armor, is to actually get a backpack. I think it's called a bag in this game, in Starve.io. The bag is going to greatly increase your inventory space, so that's definitely something that you want to do. Apparently I'm taking damage because I'm standing in the fire yet again. Normally, if you stand around the fire, you will heal, but sometimes if you get too close to it, you'll actually take damage, so you got to be careful there. Okay, so another thing that we probably want to build here is a workbench, which will allow us to craft better items. So I'm just going to craft one of these and then put it down here close to this water area, and it's daytime now. So let's put it down here by the water area, and you'll see when we approach it, we have access to a lot of different craftable items because we have the resources required for them. So the first thing I'm going to go for here is the stone pickaxe, which is going to allow me to harvest resources even faster than before. Fortunately, we have this berry bush here, which is going to help us maintain our hunger, providing nobody comes along and steals the berries off. Well, steals, I say. Nobody's really entitled to any berry bush. And there comes another player. Okay. Steal these berries quickly before I starve. And let's get this wolf over here. Come on, Wolfie. Oh, no. No, it's attacking me. It's actually hurting me a little bit. Usually you can kite these enemies. I don't know if it's really even called kiting. Usually you can just back away from these enemies pretty effectively. I'm using a spear here because it has a bigger hitbox as opposed to the sword when it comes to attacking stuff, but apparently it doesn't do quite as much damage. So this is like the noob weapon. Oh, we got another wolf. Okay, let's go hunt this wolf down. Yeah. The reason that we want to hunt the wolf, as I mentioned before, we get both meat and we also get some fur pelts. So we're going to need those fur pelts. I think we need to kill 5 wolves before we're able to successfully build a backpack. So there we go. 2 of them. Our water is a little bit low. And another wolf. Should we? I don't know. It's a little bit dangerous to do that. To try to do another wolf because our water is relatively low here. Let's eat these berries. Okay, I got our new pick equipped here. You might want to consider... there's another berry. Let's eat that. As you can see, we have a relatively small inventory. So you got to be careful there. When you're in the water, drinking water, there's really nothing special you have to do. It has more to do with the amount of time you spend in there. And one of the problems is that your temperature gauge goes down a lot faster when you're in the water. Drinking, I guess you could call it. And sometimes that means that you should preemptively craft a fire. I think I'm going to craft a fire here while I'm going to try to find another wolf. While you're crafting items in this game, you can move, but you can't perform actions. So I can't harvest that berry bush, for example. I couldn't fight. Just a lot of really limiting factors here. Okay, let's get another wolf. I do want to finish the backpack. Oh, that's a lot of wolves. I don't want to take them on all at once. I mean, if you can keep away from them, they're not going to hurt you. But at the same time, when you have 3 of them after you, it's much more likely they're able to mob you and actually get some attacks in. Okay, we're up to 4, and another wolf has spawned. Why can't I... Inventory is full. Okay, we don't need pumpkin seeds. Drop all those pumpkin seeds. And let's gather the berries instead. Let's top off our hunger there. We're almost done with the wolves here. And as you can see, we already have 8 meat. So that will keep us full for quite a while. That's what we're focusing on this day. As you can see, the day is almost half over. Apparently half of the day is daytime and the other half is darkness, or I should say sunlight. The other half is darkness. Okay, we definitely have enough wolves now. Enough wolf pelts. Stones. Yeah, we don't need wheat seeds either. I mean, I could just plant this. I've never really used the wheat and whatnot, but apparently you can use that as food instead. What I do need though, and we need to get more wood to build a fire. There's just a ton of stuff that we need at this point. As you can see, temperature is a bit low. That's why I want to get this fire built. Are we getting wood? Yeah, we're 31, 41. Probably need more stone. The good news here is that I actually have a fire prefab. And that's something you might want to keep in mind when you're playing this, is to keep a fire on you at all times. Because, yeah, right there, we are actually a little bit low on temperature. So we need a fire. Even though it's daytime, we're low on temperature, we're low on water as well. So if I can just sneak in here, apparently not. I was hoping I could get a little bit of water from... while at the same time heating up. Apparently not. Let's just try to get some temperature instead. That wolf is a little bit too close for my comfort. And hoo boy, it's in here during the night. It might not be able to get me though. I'm not sure. If I successfully survived one day. Let's try to get some water here. The resource is empty. Just, yeah, whenever I'm getting water, but at the same time I'm taking a lot of heat-related damage. Let's build another campfire, because it's quite possible. Apparently this wolf is after me now, and it's going to kill me. Oh my god. I need to craft another fire here. Okay, thanks. Whew. That was close. Fortunately, we'll heal a little bit by this berry bush. We are taking an inordinate amount of damage, unfortunately. And we'll need to craft another campfire before the night is out. Okay, got ourselves some cooked meat there. Let's craft the second campfire. If you build a large campfire, it'll last the entire night, but otherwise you have to craft like 3 of them, 2 or 3 to survive the night. So the rest of this night, I think, is mostly going to be occupied with me cooking up meat, which is not exactly exciting, but during the early parts of the game, it's probably the most reliable method of food to get. You can rely on berries as well, but frequently what happens with the berries is other people come along and clear those bushes out, so they're just not reliable. Having a good stock of berries on hand is definitely not a bad thing, but at the same time, having the meat, I've found, is much more, it restores a lot more hunger, so it's something you can stockpile a little bit more efficiently during the early game, especially if you don't have people to help you play. Like if you're a team, you can band together and sort of defend the camp that you build with berry bushes and everything, but if not, somebody else can just come along and steal your berry bushes from you for themselves, and then you've just basically wasted a whole bunch of your time. As you can also see here, our health is almost fully replenished at this point. Oop, and our campfire went out. Okay, so we have another one prefabbed, as I mentioned before, and then what? I don't have enough resources to do anything at that crafting station. Okay. We're just going to put our campfire down over here then and get some more resources, hopefully. Ah, yes. Now we can build more at the crafting station. We should also make another fire in case somebody takes over our fire. This is another important thing to keep in mind, is other players can come in and act hostile towards you and take over your fireplace, pretty much exiling you into the cold. So if you don't have another one on hand, that can be pretty bad because you could freeze to death. Okay. Meat to restore the hunger. There we go. One of the other things I wanted to do was craft a better spear, so we can upgrade from a wood spear to a stone spear. This will make us more effective at fighting our monsters, especially now that we're going to be going after spiders on this day. As you can see, that player hurt me a little bit there, even just harvesting resources. So you want to try to keep a little bit away from other players, mostly. Okay, we got our spear. Let's go after this spider. We're going to be spider hunting. Spiders are a little bit more dangerous than wolves because they can trap you and deliver forceful damage, I guess you could say. So, oh, whew, we got a lot of spiders over here. Let's go spider hunting. We need spiders for the silk. We need to kill 3 spiders here to get our backpack. But I don't want to take on too many at one time, obviously, because they can trap you with their web. And there we go. Oh, my inventory is full. No, I'm losing all my silk. Damn it. Okay, well, we still got 2 spiders here, so it's still a good start. And we didn't take too much damage. Running out of water, though, which is a problem. Try to quickly kill these spiders off. I just went over towards this other spider. One more spider here. We need it. Come on. Come on, spider. Just come to me. Come to me. Yes, yes, yes. Indeed. Get over here. Spider. Stop it. Stop killing me. Okay, we're done with that. I'm going to equip the weapon because you go slower with weapons. Running very low on water, and we don't have much health left either. So hopefully I can find the water pool over here. Somewhere over here. There's my wheat that I planted. Somebody's over there with a sword. Might want to avoid people with swords. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's take a drink. Let's take a sip. Water going back up. As you can see, there is also a bar here that indicates how long you can stay in the water without dying from, like, I guess, lack of oxygen. But our water's going back up, and that's going to be good enough. Okay. Our temperature is also a little bit low. We have a campfire. Let's put that over here by the crafting bench because we're going to need the crafting bench to craft our backpack. Here we go. So we should be able to craft it now. Here we go. Bag. That's what I'm looking for. This will give us a lot more inventory space so we can actually stockpile other resources. Oh, we got players fighting up there. Probably want to avoid those. One of them has a gold sword, as you can see. That's most certainly better than anything I have. So keep away from those players. Like, you want to try to look as innocent and new to the game as possible so people don't kill you for your drops and your loot. Once I have this bag, people will obviously see me as a target because it means that I have progressed past basic noobness level. So that's that's something you want to be careful about. But the bag is absolutely essential because otherwise you're not going to be able to store enough resources to be significant in any way. Okay, the next thing we want to do is upgrade our pickaxe again here. We need gold to do that. These special stones here that look yellow are gold. We're going to have to find quite a few gold as well. There's another gold. We only got 5 from that one. Apparently this person's also grabbing gold from here. Oh, I got a fair amount there. Resources empty though. Let's go back. Maybe this will be enough to craft our gold pickaxe. The reason we want the gold pickaxe is because it makes us more effective at harvesting resources with the pickaxe. Let's see here. Nope, apparently we don't have enough of something. There is a way to tell what you need to craft these items. You don't have to look up at the wiki, although there is a wiki. Right here in the upper right corner, there's a little book that shows you what you need to craft. So in other words, I wanted to craft gold pickaxe, but I'm going to need 20 gold, 40 wood, 30 stone. What do I need yet? I have 20 gold. Is it just the wood? Is the wood a reason I can't upgrade to a better pickaxe? Okay, now we can. Here we go. Gold pickaxe. Excellent. Unfortunately, it's almost night, and I'm still working on crafting this, which means I can't even eat. I can't even eat while I'm crafting. Have you ever heard of starving to death while you're crafting something? Well, you have in starve.io. It's most certainly a possibility. Here we go. No campfire. Rip me. Let's try to steal this person's campfire over here. We might be able to stay warm long enough. I don't know. I have a backpack. I'm a target. I'm a wanted man at this point. Oh my goodness, we're running out of food. There we go. Unfortunately, I can't even craft a campfire. Darn it. Okay, well, we have our gold pickaxe. Let's see if we can make some money. Some wood, that is. Try to stay away from other players in general. I'm not saying they're bad, but they can turn on you in a heartbeat. So, keeping your distance is advised. Yeah, our temperature is pretty low. Let's craft that campfire. Temperature is completely out. I'm just going to hide over here. Hopefully nobody notices me. I'll keep my backpack stuck in the tree so nobody sees it. My water is also pretty low. Is our campfire done? Yeah, our campfire's done. Let's go over here by the water again. I'm going to set the campfire down by the water and then get a drink as well as heat up. So, come on. There we go. We'll sit in the water for a bit. As you can see, our temperature went up as well as our water, so this is pretty effective. You'll notice that a lot of these ponds that there are going to be players who camp out here during the night. So if you're looking for something a little bit less competitive, because usually what happens is when players camp out near these during the night, that also means that they harvest all the resources and there won't be any resources for you to harvest. Looking for something a little bit less competitive, you probably want to stay away from the ponds at night. So maybe get a drink before you actually, and the night comes along, so you won't be building your fire next to it. Oh my goodness. This person is hostile towards me. He even has armor. Damn you. Damn you, leave me alone. You can have my campfire. I swear, I'm not here to cause you harm. Apparently, you don't feel the same about me. I cry every time. Okay, we are without fire. Let's try to build another fire somewhere around here. Ooh, we got a fire there with a spider in it. I'm not sure. Things get a bit trickier when you have a backpack. People know you have the goods. They want your hide. So anyway, this is starve.io. I'm going to bring up the map here a little bit, and as you can see, there are 3 different biomes that exist in this game currently. One of them is the forest, one of them is the winter up here, and then there is the ocean. You got to keep your wits about you. The game itself does not last longer than the play session that you're currently on. So in other words, if you want to leave, if you have to leave for any reason, you're basically going to have to die, and then you'll have to come back and start over again. The crafting system itself is fairly in-depth from what I've seen. Given that this is an IO game, it was certainly not something I expected to be this complicated. You know, if you take a look at the various things you can craft here, there was a lot of stuff. You can craft building-related stuff, clothing-related stuff, survival-related stuff. You can make bread, you can roast meat, you know, it's all available here. And it's something that I've been occupying myself with for the last day or two, as a matter of fact. So certainly something that I would look at. If you're interested in games like Don't Starve Together, you might find this game to be interesting in its own right. I would certainly not write it off immediately just because it's a starve.io game, which I'm afraid that some people might. I don't know a lot about starve.io games, but I know sort of a little bit about the history of them and how they got started. And they seem to be more associated with Facebook type games and whatnot than hardcore games, I guess you could say. So anyway, this is a taste of starve.io. I'm bringing this series back, the First Impressions series, and I'm calling it a taste of. That's the plan at the moment anyway. We'll see how it goes from here. The general idea is the reason I didn't like First Impressions is I felt that the bar for like reviewing the game was getting continually higher and higher for me. And I found myself needing to play the game for longer and longer amounts of time before I felt confident enough in saying anything about it or why I liked it at the beginning. And I wanted to get back to those roots of why I really enjoyed playing a game, even if I wasn't able to give you like, oh, this is the beginner's walkthrough to X game, right, that I just started playing, right? That was such a high bar, a high standard that it made it impossible to turn out any videos about those games in a reasonable amount of time. So that's why I'm rebooting the First Impressions series, this a taste of. And the general idea is to show you or showcase what I've been doing so far and why I personally enjoyed the amount of time that I've been putting into it up to this point. So anyway, yeah, this is starve.io, a taste of starve.io, I guess. Thank you very much for watching as always, and I hope to see you next time.